would you say is the next big thing in America? Obviously, it's the elections. I would say that is the next big thing. And what are your thoughts on what is happening? Because Donald Trump is definitely the front runner now. How is everybody polling? And what are the thoughts of what's the generalized thought in America?
Donald Trump has come to represent the working class who have been really abandoned by both sides of the American political spectrum. He showed up and basically took an axe to the handshake agreement between Democrats and Republicans that had, existed for the last 40 years, in which it was okay to abandon the working class and cater to the rich on either side, the leftist educated rich or the kind of country club rich, which is who the Republicans catered to before Trump. He now has a lock on the working class. He's getting Black working class voters. So in 2020, Black men were polling at 8% for Donald Trump. They showed up at 18%. He's now polling 20 to 30% of Black men. You can imagine how he's going to do. The majority of Hispanics are now on the Trump train. The real divide in America is not based on right versus left. It's based on class, the college credentialed elites versus the working class. And Donald Trump just represents the return of the dignity of working class Americans. And that's why the elites are trying to put him in prison, because they cannot stand the idea that the working class will have their say.
And you know what? It's so obvious if you're watching it now.
It's
so obvious. Let's hope that there's not some funny business when it comes to the election, because he kept saying it was stolen. Everybody tried to say that he's being silly about that. But having seen what we're seeing now with the manipulation of the legal system against him, weaponizing it against him, I'm beginning to think that he was right. Batya Unger-Sargon, thank you so much for joining me. Really good to talk to you.
Thanks, Nana. Thank you.
That's Batya Unger-Sargon, the Deputy Opinion Editor for Newsweek. For the latest from GBN America, just go to gbnews.com/America. I'm Nana Akua.